You are tuned into interviews with Ghetto Girl Blue. Journalism, heart, soul, and soul message.
Don't wait too late to plan your Valentine's Day. The Punani Poets deliver an interactive romantic comedy show tailored with poetic precision to black men and black women in love. This show will make your heart happy with audience interaction, sensual dance, comedy, kissing competitions, and love confessions. It show is the perfect date night. So go on, man, do something unforgettable. Get your tickets at punanilove.com. Jessica Holter will take it from there.
Tonight is poetry night on interviews, and as we slip into this beautiful season of love, I am wishing you all of the happiness your heart can hold and all of the pleasure your body can stand.
Okay, I'm just gonna do this one. I don't know how it's gonna go, but I'm gonna do it. Y'all ready? Okay, y'all ready? Pussy talk. My pussy talk way too much. She a vulgar little fucker at that. I mean, just when I was getting to wonder where all the good men are, I see one, or at least I could hope. We get to talking about my hopes, my aspirations, his plans, my dreams. It's going real well until my pussy gets that nagging twitch. Like, she just can't hold on to anything. Swelling to tell my secret, she blurts a dripping question as to the stiffness of his dick. I shuffle my legs gently back and forth, thinking, shh, settle down, girl, don't fuck this up. Hop up on the bar stool and cross my legs, pressing her lips together. Shut the fuck up. But since she wasn't wearing anything, feeling way too free, when the music stopped, she mumbled something freaky, and her voice, as vulgar as she intended it to be, sticky with wine and muffled by my thighs, crept up on me like a thief and called me out like a whore in the street. Don't sweat it, baby, the man said. The lady knows what she wants. My pussy and him got along great, but I didn't like him much. He made animal sounds and fucked like a beast. I walked on all aching fours out of the hotel room low. I made her promise not to get into my business again, and she said she would. But she didn't stop till I was married. Ask me who I am. I am a writer. Poor, unreasonably logical, jealous, obscene as the streets that raised my generation, babies of the original X. Ruthlessly hunting for a new chapter, a deeper depth, a higher height, closure. Creating drama in my wake, fantasy in my stead, because I can't sleep at night with the ghetto gospel gasping for life, beating the ministry of raw dog truth in my head. Ask me who I am. I'm a fucking woman. No, not like that. Say it like this. I am the kind of woman who loves to fuck and to be fucked, tormented intellectually between the fear that this desire is a taboo created by my rapist, my molester, and the imagining that sensuality is good and that it is okay to exercise too, because I'm a woman through and through. Ask me who I am Punani. the resurrection of the pussy and the death of female castration. No matter the political persuasion, they love to hear me say, I love to be fucked. They come in crowds of cheer, donning revolution like scarlet rags, making families of women who love to be bad. Some listen quietly from mentally masturbating, Bible-studded conservative corners and arm themselves with two-edged tongues, advancing to cut off my clit. But I have erected a new understanding that my clit is my dick, and I am too hard to surrender to religious bullshit. They should know after Panthers and rappers open first eyes, they can't silence the urban wit. Ask me who I am, I'm a political prisoner of my art, draining the ink of my pen on your heart, coming harder. So let them enslave some third eye headdress, take another herbal remedy to naturally tame the beast in me, motherfuckers. Make them to build a golden cross and crucify the bitch in me, but I shall become a martyr and come again even harder. Ask me who I am sick and tired of being sick and tired. Give me a shrink, some sedatives, a house, a car, a man to blaze my fire, drive me crazy, pay the rent and wash my car. He doesn't even have to be loyal, just be present. And while you're at it, get me a Barbie-like silicone inflated image of what I'm supposed to be and drill them into my prepubescent mind so that I can find a way to social acceptance. Yeah, give me a good brainwashing and a makeover and you could convince me of just about anything. Anything that is, except putting down my pen, cause a material woman's got to have a home and this is where I fucking live. The lines of this rhyme aren't my daily bread. Ask me who I am. I'm a writer who hated being a fucking kid. No, not like that. Say it like this. I hated being the pretty, long-haired, light-skinned, stuck-up, passive-aggressive kid that grown men wanted to fuck. You know the one. She will inevitably become her mother's own enemy, but even back then, getting pushed into the popcorn stand, jumped and caressed by the girls in the bathroom, I loved the fucking stage. Drama just wasn't drama without the crowd. Give me a pen, a pad, a stage, some lights, and Barbie didn't stand a fucking chance. This stage is where I took my blackness back and made it my center. Black art is the duality of reality and fiction. Like ghetto-born winners before me, I will live my art and teach while I do it in the way that I do best. Taming the beast with the sensuality in me. Mind fucking if I want to, not because they allow me. Don't trip, see I could be fucking with your fucking families. Seducing men and women who don't belong to me. Or I could be a club hoe, fucking just to fuck. I mean, actually working a real job so that I could fuck for fucking free. I could just say fuck it and let the real hoe in me free. She could get a pimp with a Porsche and work like a horse and bury the sexual revolution on the track. I bet they would just fucking love that. Ask me who I am a fucking woman who hated being a fucking kid, a prisoner of my art, sick and tired of being sick and tired, a minister of the raw dog truth. I am a writer unfolding ghetto Cinderella on the command of my pen so that fucking won't fucking kill me. Ask me who I fucking am again.
She was a hot dame with a pouty little kisser. Thick hips and thighs that tortured that little red number she wore. She took off her hat and let that Brazilian virgin tumble down and drape around her shoulders like an erotic poem. She tipped the Joe at the door a nickel for taking her hat and coat, strolled through the place like she owned it. She had long, sexy stilts and a rack full of treasure. She slowly approached my table and pushed her fine chocolate frame into a provocative pose that gave a whole new meaning to the word swell. I knew why she was here. I could smell her desperation. It was thick in the air of the smoky juke joint where I had made my detective office in the back. At least a dozen little fillies had been standing in that same spot tonight, all of them in search of the same thing, the perfect date night. As soon as she saw those punani tickets peeking out of my breast pocket, she sat her ample derriere on my tabletop, put her red-bottom shoe on the chair between my legs, and tried to sell her cock and bull to a dick like me. I'm a friend of females, but I'm no sucker. And this was no bimbo. She was a real high hat with heavy sugar, and I had the last orchids in town. These VIP couples passes were the cat's pajamas to an Atlanta housewife like her, with a cold little kitten. PunaniLove.com was fresh out. Now I had the goods. If this damsel wanted to be rescued from a life where date night meant fighting words, she was gonna have to toss the kale.
Fuck your blue suit. Fuck your blue suit. I thought you had changed. You have not. I had only met your representative. He was the hard-working entrepreneur with a John Henry hammer in his hand. Fuck your blue suit. I wish I had had more notice that you were coming and he was going. I wasn't really prepared for a visit with internal affairs. But there I was, watching you, with hands that built homes, tear fathers from their families, turning mistakes into convictions to fill the halls of prisons. Fuck your blue suit. I wanted to make you a husband, father, a better lover out of you. But you had to go and get in that blue suit. Fuck your blue suit. I should have been grateful to have a man who wasn't going to jail, some may say. But I felt like a traitor being married to a man who put other black men away and destroyed black children at their root. So I had a thought about you just the other day. Fuck your blue suit, fuck your blue suit. Picture your soul, a beautiful shade of memories of pure things, standing in the window at Christmas. How much is the doggy in it? Your mama is allergic. Say even you're wanting it, make her sneeze. Invincible faith like third cousins twice removed, pushing push pins through fingertips, pressing together sisterhood. The ash of salt water drying under sun rays on brown skin. The first bite of summer fruit, the tart flavor of a child's impatience. The crisp morning air after heavy midnight rain. The flying scales of freshly caught catfish. The careful search for bones. Potato salad perfectly seasoned with Lawry's, pepper and paprika. The rhythm of a rusty backyard swing, a no-holds-barred game of almost anything goes, catching salamanders and setting them free before the boys can find the magnifying glass hidden. An exhausting game of tag, Kool-Aid just in time. Mud drying in chicken pot pie tins. Perfect bombs. Run, Patillos, run. Ooh, Angel's brother Michael is so cute. But he got the dirt on you. Fire on him. Good times in Oakland. Summer, sweat. Screams, scrapes, bruises, and booming beats from oldies but goodies shop. The food king got spoiling meat but good music. So even though you ain't been there in a while, 'cause mama made daddy drive you up there to buy your first box of maxi pads and Michael Patillo saw you, the record store man got something for you. The gentle blowing of stereo needles, tap tap sound check, Bootsy and the Funkadelics, walking your atomic dog.
a man. She would sacrifice her body, give all that she had for a man. For a man.
She said she wants to be with him, though any man would do. First come, first serve. The old adage still reigns true. She says she needs her mind to qualify her, dignify her, magnify her. Would take a man who'd stand up tall, or lay right down and die for her. She says she needs two loving arms around her, even if it is a lie.
She said she would do anything to get a man. She would sacrifice somebody, give all that she had for a man. For a man. Her daddy loved her too much. Mama was too blind to see how every night he would touch the secrets of a young girl's body. Those nights she laid in that bed of deceit. Whoa, how she loved that man. Daddy.
She says she needs a man who loves her so much it spills through his fists uncontained. She says it's just a bruise, and bruises they do fade. That he didn't mean it, wasn't trying to hurt her, won't do it again. That he cried when it was over. That he needs her to feel his pain, to know his shame. That it's just his fear of losing her that's driving him insane. She says it's only pain, and pain it does go away. What is more, it makes making up so good the next day.
Next day.
Next day. She says
There. We did it. We went there. To that place they talk against. To that place that ends relationships. That place that stops hearts, kills spirits, breeds fear, fuels hatred, tests boundaries, hurts, ends lives. I had been bad, often. You were strong. Always. I needed to be punished. You were good at inflicting pain. You had seen how it was supposed to be done. I was your drunk father. Slap me, pull my hair, spit in my mouth, harder, faster, deeper. Fuck me, Daddy. I am your bitch. It began. We should stop. I may start to like this, you warned, but I could not see your truth for mine. Soon, I could only come this way. Violence is wet and messy, a flood of emotion that leaks everywhere and drains everything. By the time the police were standing between us, our careers were on the line. Our fetish, a freak show. Our friends and family stood in line for tickets, placing wagers, waiting for the next bell to sound and signal the next round. I looked in the mirror and didn't recognize myself with my scars on the surface. It was a twisted game of the fittest's survival. I made you play with me, positioning you so I could learn to fight back. But in the darkest hour, you showed me where Ghetto lives, inside, to the second knuckle, up and back. You manipulated the softest part of me. I melted like molten lava in your hand and relinquished control. We did it. We went there, to the place that is hell for so many fallen lovers, but we survived it, learned forgiveness, the meaning of grace, and lived to love each other again and to make love to each other without crutches.
He was the blackest man, glowing like passion, speaking through the darkest night. And as I kneeled at my bed's heel to pray, I could feel his cold, black eyes burning through my backside. We had left the club together, me and this man I didn't know. Now he was at my place, accepting an open invitation into my space. We both knew why we were here, so I thought I'd cut to the chase, erase any confusion, and combat any illusion that he might have about my sexual deviance or carelessness. So at the risk of his leaving, I began speaking. "Hey, stranger, let's talk." "I don't want to talk to you," he said. "I only want to touch you. You know your body's aching for me to love you. You can love me right if you strap up tight, Daddy. I got my condoms in this basket. You can see them if you turn on the light. We don't need no light, and I don't want no rubber. See, your body's wet, and I'm as hard as lumber. I can't feel the wetness of your kitty cat if my ride's got to wear a hat." He spoke authoritatively through thick lips as he grabbed my hips and placed me on his lap. His eyes accentuated an exaggerated movement across my flesh, just as his feet had on the dance floor. I wanted so much more. I was drowning in a stew of emotion, fear lashing at my face with the force of a stormy ocean as his hands slithered like snakes toward prey across my shaking frame. I didn't even know his name. "Hey, stranger, we need to talk."
You start talking and I'll get to walking. I ain't here to play. Filled with dread, my mind was twisted as passion reared its deceptive head. My brain was speaking, but its sounds were leaking through the springs of a long, too empty bed. Black as the night that consumed us, he stood like a god chiseled from ebony. Life is spoiled when nature's disloyal. I was caught up in black as the moonlight gleamed off his bulging pecs and rode the curves of his six-pack. His muscles were engraved with veins intensifying his rare frame, yet the natural light did not reveal his drug tracks. I was smitten by yearning, craving that got fires burning when my body began whispering lies to my brain. The smart me inside of me that had heretofore kept the flames at bay just sat back and began to pray. Stranger, let's talk. I was caught in his embrace, looking into his face without seeing, talking gibberish, not waiting long enough for answers to questions that balanced on a fine, shuddering lifeline. Don't you think we should talk? My voice was uttering uncertainty, weakly giving in to his need to run this thing. You like the way I move, he said. Is that what you want to talk about? How I want to kiss your mouth, or how I go south to visit your love exquisite? Or how your heart races running toward me, or what perfection be like when we be one. Stop your quibbling. I feel you shivering, longing to be fed. You start first and give me head. 'Cause you're causing a ruckus with no reason at all, when all you really want to do is suck this. He readied himself for oral injection, stroking his tool with arrogance. My mouth was ajar as my soul began to spar with insult, intrigue, and flagrancy. The fire within dimmed to a slow simmer as I stared blankly at his offering. Black, almost purple, it was hard only for me, he said, as my mind read lies in his eyes. And for a fleeting moment I could hear that sermon old Pastor Carey used to say. And I could feel my bed of betrayal roll from the stranger's weight. His hands began to grope as the preacher man in my head spoke. Can't you hear death croon outside the upper room? Can't you see Jesus answer, saying, Father, if it is your will, I will die on Calvary Hill. Can't you see him struggling with the weight of the cross? Yet the Savior saving souls of sinners lost. And as they pierced his hands and they pierced his feet, I can hear the voice of my Jesus speak. This night, not tomorrow, I will end your sorrow. The thief looked into the teacher's eyes and saw himself in a heaven paradise. I hear the voice of my rock calling, saying, Pastor Carey, I want you to preach when they want to hear it, and preach when they don't want to hear it. See, as death was knocking, Mother Earth was rocking like a drunk man wobbling, and the sun refused to shine, 'cause the S-U-N and the S-O-N couldn't shine at the same time. Y'all don't hear me though. See, the grave couldn't hold him and the earth couldn't take him, 'cause the Father of the Trinity would not forsake him. I smiled at the vision in my mind and opened my eyes to see that old thief come back like a saint, standing in my window, replacing the moonlight's glow with his own. Child, he said simply, God knows you're not the only woman who is lonely tonight. Wait for his storehouse of blessings to rain on you and wash your pain away. It's not your time to go. He vanished, leaving abundant light that flooded my place, and I could see the needle marks trace up the stranger, scaling up his arms and along his dancing feet.
Mr. Nightclub Dancer, Mr. Heart Romancer, stranger, get up from your seat. You will not talk, but you will listen. Cinnamon, your ass I'm dismissing. My spirit was dead, but now it's awake like the thief come back from the stake to heaven's gate. My life you will not take. You see, I ain't Jesus, and my death won't save but one soul. Mr. Hypehead, you must be trying to see me dead. Leave now or I'll see your ass in a casket. My finger itched on the trigger of the gun I pulled from beneath my condom basket. You want to be my lover without a rubber? I should shoot your ass for thinking it. Get up now, Mr. Stranger, just go. 'Cause tonight, you won't be freaking it.
You have been listening to Poetry Night here on Interviews with Ghetto Girl Blue. I hope you have enjoyed the selections. If you have poetry you would like to share, please email us at info@hipinc.org. To join me for any of my speaking engagements or to join the Punani Poets in one of the cities that will be touring during Valentine's season and Black History Month, please visit us online at www.punanilove.com.
There you go again, sitting on the couch, wasting all that romantic potential. And we understand. Finding your inner Romeo is challenging in this digital age. But are you really invested in the future of your love life? I mean, look at you. You keep procrastinating, saying you're going to do something special. This year I'm taking Bae to the Bahamas. This year we're leaving some naughty secrets in Vegas. But date night has been reduced to a Netflix and chill hashtag. It's sad, really. No, really, it is pretty sad. Why not do something special to make a real change? Enroll in the Punani Poets School of Seduction today. The future of your love life does not have to be complicated or bleak. You can make it super sexy and easy with the Punani Poets erotic brand of love. Loaded with laughter, music, heart chakra magic, and actual human touch, will guide you to the joy and pleasure you deserve to receive and to serve. Just go to PananiLove.com and get ready to play in our interactive romantic comedy show for lovers and friends. PananiLove.com. Saving love lives, one rhyme at a time.
You are tuned in to Interviews with Ghetto Girl Blue. Journalism, heart, soul, and message.